Black Boulevard. We're your hosts, Cordell, Nick, and Neil, with our special guest, Dom. And today we are talking about sex on the first date. Does sex on the first date change your opinion of a woman?
Definitely. That's a great question, Neil. It definitely changes my opinion on her. And it's a couple reasons why. The first reason is if we didn't have sex on the first date and she had sex with other men on the first date, I feel a way about it. Like, you had sex with them on the first date, but didn't give me none. So now I'm feeling like there was a disconnect. Maybe I wasn't handsome enough. Maybe the chemistry wasn't there. And then two, if you did give me the skins first date, first night, now in my head, I'm like, did she do this with everybody she meet? Was I just the dude that happened to be there at the right time?
So she can't win. She can't win, bro.
It's really a lose-lose, to be honest. So go ahead, bro. Take it away, man. That's just how I feel. It's a lose-lose for me. Because I'm thinking, it's something. It's something up to it.
Bro, I mean, I was going to let Dom talk, but I already got to just kind of just nip this in the bud. I feel like,
okay.
I feel like, yo, like, I don't even fuck with it. Like, I can't fuck with you if you make me wait. Like, I had a situation like this not even too long ago, bro. And it's like,
yeah,
it's like, you know, I'm not going to be there on the third date. If we keep it real, if we wait until 3 dates, I'm not really going to be there, bro. You know, like, if we being completely honest, I think sex has to do a lot with the connection, with the vibe. Definitely. If we being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what I see when I think of my wife, when I think about the woman I end up with, I see us going out, you know what I'm saying? Maybe going for a walk, going for a drive, whatever, chatting, really bonding, and just letting that moment kind of sweep over the situation, you know what I'm saying? Sweep over us. And we end up having sex. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see my situation with my wife going. And I may be a different type of nigga, but that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Dom, speak to it, please.
Talk to him, Dom.
Man, on that situation right there, you know, it doesn't really matter for me because I don't know you, so I can't expect a lot of things. On top of that, like I said, we grown now, so if we're going to do that, we're going to do that. If not, it's no hard feelings. You know, some people can't accept that, though. You know, and at that point, it's about respect. You know, I'm really big on respect. Y'all know me. That's how I feel about that situation. So it doesn't really bother me. And we grown. You going to do it or you're not going to do it. That's what it is.
This is a difficult one. And I only say that because in my 20s, for the majority of my 20s, I will say, I spent a lot of time going on these online dates or social media dates and meeting these women. I had an expectation in my brain of like something's going to happen.
On the first date.
And times out of 10 it would happen, and then I'm like, oh I felt like I just messed everything up. It always happened to me where she would ask me down the line, like, so what are we doing? Like, what are we? Like, are we gonna get to know each other? What? And then by that time I'm just like, now I'm at this like weird holding pattern where I don't even know what to say now. It fucked me up quite a bit in my experiences pretty much all through my 20s.
I feel like a major misconception in my world is, because I know a lot of dudes, you know, like my brother Cordell,
Who's
feel
talking?
like, you know, you giving it up too
bottom
easy
right.
I don't know. I think it's dope. Like, I think it's empowering in my own, you know, in my world. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like when you look at people's feelings and what you take seriously, bro. If I go out with a girl 3 times and all we do is make it to first base, I don't really feel the need I owe you an explanation. I don't really think I gotta like.
You know, I gotta pause this right here because I don't know how much longer this thing is going to be talking on for. You know, they're constantly letting you know that being with them lowers your value. The catch-22, the double-edged sword. If you don't do it, then he's like, oh, well, what's wrong with me? But then if you do it, he's like, oh, what's wrong with you? I bet you none of these men are married. These men are constantly bad at relationships. And instead of doing the work that they need to do internally to make sure that they're good partners, to work on making sure that they're a good human, instead of doing that work, they just continue to get onto these podcasts, talking to one another and being like in a cesspool of putrid information where none of these mother effers really know how to have a good relationship. They have the highest divorce rates when it comes to interracial dating. They are constantly getting broken up with. They're constantly getting divorced. Their numbers of not wanting to even be here on this earth are very high. It's like, come on, when are they going to stop to do the work internally? And this guy, would he tell his daughter that she better have intercourse by the first date? Otherwise, the guy ain't going to be there by date number 3. He's going to be just like that guy talking about, if I were a woman, I would demand, right? Once they get daughters, now all of a sudden they want everybody to open up the moon and the stars for their daughters. But look at how it is that they perpetuated in the community. I know for a fact that he is not telling his sister, and I'm sure you all know who these people are because I don't know them. This dude in the bottom right-hand corner, contact me and give me your sister's phone number. Give me any woman that you have ever counseled that you love and care about. And let me ask her whether or not you're giving her the advice of busting open her pussy on the first date for an N-word that she don't effing know. Please. Because you see, these guys, they get up here on these podcasts and what they do is they try to make you prime for the picking. They give you advice to make things easier for themselves. But then they create this society of wretched men roaming the earth. And then they birth daughters into this world. And then now all of a sudden, they want the world to be a safe place for their daughters to date and bring home a family and have children and everyone live happily ever after. But it's not going to work like that because you all are perpetuating a cycle of depravity. This is depraved right here. This mentality of you better give it up without knowing a person for 24 hours. He cares so little about his body and so little about yours that they don't even connect the sacredness of intercourse. That they feel that without knowing a person's last name, without knowing for sure where they live, knowing nothing of their family, what direction he's going in life. None of these men are married because they do not want to be married. And if I'm wrong, if you are single and commitment ready, contact me and come on my Love TKO show. Let's get you matched up so that we can get you off of these streets. But no, you want to be out there in those streets, dipping and a dodging. This is unbelievable. I'm so sickened and disgusted by this because this makes absolutely no sense. I wonder how much more there is to this.
Carry on. That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my bad to cut you off, Nick. The issue I have is how it's a lose-lose is because it's two sides. Now I'm thinking you promiscuous. I'm a good-looking dude, but I'm not the best-looking dude in the world. So you just happened to meet me and gave it to me. What if you met Nick? What if you met Brandon? What if you met Damo? But it's not that much of a...
But that speaks, I feel like, to the connection. Like, now only you know if y'all went to the club and found a couple, you know what I'm saying, little things.
Yeah.
And 2 words and she ended up fucking you in the car or sucking your dick in the car, that's a different situation. But if I've been talking to you for the last 4, 5, 6 hours and we just talking about life, we talking about everything, and you like, you know, I think this nigga is
talking about 4 or 5 hours. Oh wow. I'm gonna let you into my loins after 4. We talked for 4 hours. Anybody can behave for 4 hours. This is unbelievable.
It's dope as fuck. And then be like, but I'm not gonna fuck him, even though I want to fuck the shit out of him. I don't understand the maturity in that. Like, to me, that's
you talking
dumb.
about mature?
That don't make sense to me at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the idea of a woman being grown enough to be like, you know what? If I want to do this, I can do this. If he want to not call me back after this, that's his own loss. Because waiting to the 3rd date to me just lets me know that maybe I make me think like, you don't fuck with me like that. You know, like all my longest relationships, we fucked on the 1st date.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and that's, to me, that's where the discrepancy is, because in my head, I'm like, yo, if you don't give it up, right? But we had conversation. You talked about I have had sex on the 1st date with men. Now I feel inadequate, almost like, damn, I wouldn't get enough to get on the 1st night. So for me, bro, honestly, bro, like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, bro. It never works out with me if it happens 1st night. Just something in my mental just don't click. It just don't.
Let me throw this in, guys. Do you feel as though that it should change the opinion of you if it does happen?
What do you mean?
Like,
that's a good question.
Should
like I said, getting back to it, man. At that point, it's about respect. You know, some people are real technical like that. You know, It depends on the vibe, you know. And
Damo, no. I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Damo, keep it 1,000, keep it a whole bean. If you with a chick, he being nice. If you with a chick and you know clearly the vibe is there, y'all, it's the chemistry is there, and she don't give it to you first night, Damo, I know you, bro. You not really gonna be on her like that. I know you, bro. Don't even
yeah, I'm
not gonna
not
be on her like that, bro.
I'm not. You know, because like I said, we grown. Either we gonna do it or we not, and we gonna waste.
Now
some
he
time,
changing
you know
it up. This guy, these people be behaving like demons. The moment he got called out, then all of a sudden he done changed it up. Did you see how quickly he switched it up as soon as he was called out, which means he was just talking shit. This one guy is talking about all of his longest relationships, they effed on the first night. How long is a long relationship to you? I mean, these guys don't look like they're out of their 30s yet. So how long is a long relationship? A year? 2 years? 6 months? How long is a long relationship to you? It ain't 10 years, because you couldn't have had a couple of 10-year relationships. This is just all ridiculous. Let me see.
Either we gonna get there and that's what's gonna happen. I'm really not. You know, that's not really.
To Neil's question, though, I feel like a man choosing to have sex with you on the first day, like let's say the woman into it and you choose to kind of go along with it. I feel like in the women's world, and I can only speak as a man on that, but like I would imagine in the women's world, the opinion of you only changes if the sex is bad. You know what I'm saying? If the sex is trash and she likes you, now she probably don't like you no more.
Let me just answer from a woman's point of view who loves herself. Any man trying to on the first night, I know that you are not sexually selective. You don't know me from a can of paint. No matter how good 4 hours of conversation was, if you were trying to fuck on the first night, I know that you're not sexually selective. I know that you're not. Unless we've come into contact with each other and when our fingertips touched, we both got that, we blew back with that spark and we were like, we saw our whole lives flash and that we knew that we were soulmates. And then once our fingers conjoined, you know, then we could be like Avatar and then go connect our braids together because we knew. But I know that you're not sexually selective, and I like sexually selective men. I like men who value their bodies. I can't trust a man who's out there on the prowl. I really can't. Let me just say this as a caveat. There are some connections that are just so amazing. Like I said, you know, you touch fingertips and you're transported up your timeline. You astral travel and you know in your heart and mind that this is a person that it was meant to be with. However, I still advise anyone to not get swept away in emotion, but really take some time. It'll still be there. If you take some time to think on it overnight, you know, women, I know we have our hormonal fluctuations. It'll still be there the next day. You don't have to go give it all up in one night. You don't have to take it all in one night. Even if the connection is dope. Okay, if this is your forever partner, then what is one more day of waiting? After you get a chance to really think about it, we can all do whatever it is that we want to do with our bodies. However, we need to be cognizant of the type of world that we are in. And we are in the type of world where this is how they feel about you having intercourse. You know, if you were just like the people in Brazil, they have a much different opinion and view, the men and the women. The men are not participating in an act and like, ooh, you're dirty for participating in this act with me. No, he was in the act with you, so you both are in the act. Her opinion only changes of you if it's bad. Come on, why is any person participating? Now, if I participated in an act with a person, what type of cognitive dissonance would it take for me to be like, you're bad for participating in this act with me? All I know is that where it is that I am at in life right now, a person who is gung-ho, really adamant about doing it that first night, I'm like, like something ain't right. Like, come on.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, women can actually say, you know what, sex is trash. While for men, it's kind of a gray area with sex. Like, sex can be you can only make, you know what I'm saying? Like, sex is really only bad if we make it bad, in my opinion. So for me, I definitely feel like her opinion of you is solely based on how well you perform. She could love you after that first time.
Bro, I'm gonna slightly disagree. I don't even think it's if the sex is good or bad. I'll never forget J. Cole had said a lyric, and I think it was in London. He was like, I can hit your chick, you can never hit mine. It's like dudes want a chick to give it up quick, but we don't want a girl to be easy almost. It's it's kind of being hypocritical. I want to be able to kind of slide in there real fast, but I don't want you to be a bot. I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? You meet Nick, you meet Brandon, you meet Damo. We all hit. I'm not saying like the same women, but she has a particular type of dude, over 6 feet, handsome, black, whatever, good body. She'll let them hit first night. We want to hit, but we don't want you letting other dudes tag you. So I feel like it's really like a lose-lose, man, honestly, because for me personally, I'm always had that in the back of my head, like, is she doing this for me or is she doing it for everybody else?
Thank God this is over. Thank God this is over. The immature double speak, for me, that's what it is. The immature double speak. And speaking as if they know so much. What do you know? What do you even know about making intercourse good? The fact that you have a difficult time understanding that women also enjoy intercourse, that women enjoy and need to be able to experiment to figure out what feels good for her. The fact that you don't understand this, I know it's not good. These immature young men, this is unbelievable. What life experiences do they have? What sexual experiences do they have? Really, honestly, this whole thing is just annoying because they're setting up these young ladies for the slaughter. Be a part of the live show with thousands of other viewers. Go to TonyaTKO.com/text and join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live. Support the show and yourself, and I'll see you on the next live broadcast.